Instagram is up. Live. What's up, guys? John here. Titan Talk Tuesday in full effect. Obviously, I'm not in the studio today, as you guys can see. I had to do a virtual for you guys, but you know what? I said I'm not going to miss this one. We accidentally missed Titan Lifestyle Big Drew on Friday. It's because we were at Olympia all weekend. It was a crazy, crazy time. A lot of awesome things went down at Olympia. If you guys don't know, Olympia was this past weekend, Thursday through Sunday. And we were down in Orlando. Host hotel was Hyatt, and they had it at the Orange City Convention Center, which was right across the street. It was awesome, right? Same Olympia champion as this last year. Rami took it home. So if you guys know anything about that, then you guys will know. So definitely an interesting weekend. Met tons and tons of people from around the country, new patients, old patients. People were just fans and supporting Titan Medical Center. It was really, really cool. We had a lot of people at the booth, a lot of love. We did a lot of giveaways, man. I mean, thousands and thousands of shirts got given away with bags. Tons of other cool giveaways, baseball tees, leggings, hats, jerseys. Guys, we gave away a ton of stuff. We want to make sure we showed everybody out there a lot of love for coming by the booth. We had a lot of pictures taken in front of the booth. We had a huge booth. We had the Lambo booth. If you guys did make it out there, you guys got to see that. If not, don't worry, right? I got tons of video coming at you guys. You guys are going to love the content that we got. So really, really cool. Vox, I'll take a look at that as soon as I am done on here. And Grace Samoa, what's up, girl? I seen your little video of you like falling in the water. It was pretty funny. Definitely got to get you some more Titan gear. Definitely got to get you in shooting and be a part of it. All right, Dan, what's going on? I missed you at Olympia. You were there. I seen the pictures. I just didn't get to see you in person. So I'm sorry for anybody that I did miss out there. Me and Therese were all around Friday and Saturday and Thursday. It was just really crazy. And when I tried to walk around, I literally got stopped about 10 or 12 times every time I tried to stop around and say hi to everybody or even go back to the booth. And so it was really crazy. But it was a great event. Big shout out to Olympia, Jake Woods, Dan Solomon, and everybody that helped put on that huge event in Orlando. Definitely kicked it off like it should be. It was awesome. And Tusa, what's going on, girl? So if anybody's on here and you guys want to get a badge, please support us with the badges if you can. If you can't, just come on here. If you guys got any questions about what we do here at Titan Medical Center, and we service nationwide with hormone replacement therapy, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, rejuvenation detox, libido enhancers, peptides, nationwide blood work, and a lot more. All you guys got to do is call or text 727-389-3220. Listen, if you guys have any questions about any of these therapies or maybe what can help you, shoot it and shout it out, man. And I'll be able to help you guys out and answer to the best of my ability. It was definitely amazing, Ange. It was definitely a really, really good time. We had tons of Titan and Titanettes down there. So we represented to the fullest. I promise you, it was definitely a Titan takeover for sure. Hold Outlaw, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Chris Gaines in the house. Holden, it was good meeting you. I got to meet Holden Outlaw in person. I was coming back from the gym. I think it was like Wednesday night or something like that. So, hey. And he gave him a big shout out. Got to talk for a minute, so it was really, really good. I hope your girl's doing better, man. I hope for sure. All right. But yeah, so it was really, really cool, man. It was cool meeting him. I love meeting people out. So if you do see me, please come over and say hi to me, man. I would love to, talk to you, at least say hi, maybe take a picture, and we can go on our way after that. But it's awesome getting to meet you guys in person. It really is. I love it. All right, so let's talk about the therapy of the week. Now, weight loss is a big, big thing still, right? A lot of people are starting or wanting to do is lose weight. My man, Chris Gaines, bought his first badge. I appreciate you, brother. So, weight loss has been a big thing, right? So either if people are trying to lose weight, because they want to look better or for health reasons, okay? Let's talk about that. So, obviously, if you lose weight, it's going to help you possibly look better, right? You're not going to feel bad about yourself, or you're going to probably feel a little bit better about yourself losing the weight, and you can do it. And the other side is really about health. When we weigh too much or when we're putting too much strain on our body from weight, this causes other health issues. And some of the different health issues that you might occur or, run into if you have a whole bunch of excess body weight on you is diabetes, right? So we know type 2 diabetes on the rise, and we know that people that are overweight or, that shouldn't be overweight have issues with this and have issues with insulin resistance too as well. And this is going to make it so that your body can't lose as much weight as it wants to. You're going to have other issues as far as insulin wise goes. And it's a lot of big issues that could come along with that. Next thing, cardiovascular, heart health, right? This is another big thing that could be affected by you putting extra strain or extra weight on the body. Breathing is another big one. Thank you, Holden. I appreciate you too getting a badge. But breathing. When we talk about that, we talk about sleep apnea. This is a big thing that's going on. A lot of people have sleep apnea these days, and usually this is because they're holding on to excess weight on them, and they can't breathe or they have too much weight on their chest. This is something that can possibly help you breathe better too if you lose weight. Obviously, longevity is what we're going for here. We want health to be number one first priority for you guys. So let's talk about the ECA Stack Plus, because it's one of the most commonly used medical weight loss therapies that we have at Titan Medical Center. So when we talk about ECA Stack Plus, we obviously want to know, or I would want to know, what's in it. What's in the ECA Stack Plus? And a lot of people know what ECAs are. The plus part I added on there from Titan Medical Center, but there's a lot of people that don't know what ECAs are. So let's cover that. So ECAs stand for ephedrine, caffeine, and aspirin. These are three main ingredients of ECA Stack Plus. For us, with the plus part, you're going to have chromium and B12. So with ephedrine, which is banned over-the-counter use, you can't buy ephedrine over-the-counter. This has to be prescribed. And what we put in our therapy capsules from the pharmacy is real ephedrine, HCl. So this is a stimulant, okay? This is a stimulant. So people out there that are worried about stimulants and such, this stimulant can be dosed properly so you don't get any negative side effects. And ephedrine is great for a number of different things. It can be great for breathing, right? Because it opens up capillaries in the chest to breathe, the lungs. This is also a good thing for raising body temperature, core temperature, to help burn fat. It also helps with focus, okay? So, being stimulated to a certain degree will help these certain things. Now we add on caffeine. Caffeine's another stimulant, yes. But at the doses that we do, we have 3 different doses for patients. We have a low dose, we have a high dose, and we have our non-advertised red bomb dose. And with these doses, it really is up to the patient to tell the provider what your sensitivity is to caffeine or stimulants. Have you had bad or negative situations with this? And a lot of people have, because a lot of people take pre-workouts or they take over-the-counter fat burners. And what happens is the over-the-counter fat burners or these pre-workouts have a number of different things in them. They're going to stimulate you, make you bounce off the walls, and possibly make you nauseous or sick, make your stomach rumble, right, and have to go to the bathroom. These are things that, you should be looking for, because if you take these things and you're getting these symptoms or side effects, these aren't good side effects to have. These are actually negative ones. That means you're overstimulated if you're dealing with these certain things, or it could be something that your body really doesn't like too much of you intaking. Where the ECA Stack Plus comes in, it's just ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin, B12, and chromium. Now, mixing the two stimulants of ephedrine and caffeine, they're going to work synergistically together to help give you the best possible result for weight loss, for energy, for concentration, and for focus, right? And with this, it's going to give you a good combination as far as being able to take off the weight pretty quickly. Even water weight, if you're holding a whole bunch of water weight. Aspirin's there to thin out the blood a little bit. It's going to make it so you don't get the heart palpitations and such. Now, B12 and chromium is something the Titan Medical Center added on to the regular ECA Stack, making it the ECA Stack Plus, right? Making our own design for our patients. And with B12 and chromium, these are awesome natural ways for your body to help burn fat, for you help you, to have better concentration, better natural energy too as well, and causing no negative side effects. And that's a big one, right? Because you've got some stimulants in here. So you want to give some things that will benefit you, but not overstimulate you. And that's when the B12 and chromium first come. All right. All right. So Doris said, what you recommend to use the first cycle? I think you're talking about testosterone and such. There's not really cycles out there, so we don't talk about cycles when we talk about testosterone. And at that point, if you're looking to do anabolic steroids or testosterone, I would look at doing a blood test first and making sure you know your baseline levels of your hormones and seeing if you really need these hormones or if something else is off. If you don't need these hormones, in particular, let's talk about testosterone, then you're really going to do yourself a disservice by taking it. And why do I say that? The reason I say that is because if you start messing with your testosterone levels, right, and you don't need it, then you're going to shut down your testosterone levels if you take it from an outside source. So if you say, hey, listen, I want to do a cycle anyway, I don't care, I'm going to take testosterone. And let's say you did do a blood test. Your blood test came out, it was at 800 as a total testosterone. Well, you're going to shut down the 800 and you're going to replace it from whatever you're putting in your body. At that point, everything will be fine to a certain extent until you get off of that testosterone. And then it might not come back to your levels to where they were before, even if some people take PCT. So that's called post-cycle therapy. And this is done from a number of different ways. The most commonly way I hear about out there is like Novaldex and like HCG, which I don't think are the best things that will possibly put you back online to a certain extent. There are other things you possibly might want to look at, but that should be, out of the norm, right? You guys should really be looking at what your baseline is and then go from there, which is nice. Synergistic caffeine and acetaminophen can reduce pain in joints. This is true. When you do talk about that voxel acetaminophen, we don't want to take in a lot of acetaminophen in the body because acetaminophen can damage the liver. So we want to try to stay away from acetaminophen as much as possible. Obviously, you too. But a lot of acetaminophen can damage the liver functions. This will raise enzymes like ALT and AST. And at that point, you want to make sure that you're not damaging the liver. But if you are taking stuff like that, glutathione would possibly be the best way to balance that out so your liver functions are not going high. We don't want to damage the liver. We don't want the liver to run a non-optimal per se, right? Because everything is getting filtered through that liver. So you want to make sure that that is right on point too as well. All right. So if you guys don't have any problems or you have any questions about ECA Stack Plus, Dan, I'll see you on the 20th. Please call or text 727-389-3220. Be happy to talk about that with you guys. It's real simple and easy to get ECA Stack Plus. You don't have to do any blood work. You will have to fill out the new patient paperwork, which is going to talk about your health history, your family's health history, symptoms, problems, issues, and kind of go over a one-over of what's going on with you. And that's what the medical provider will look at too as well. They're going to talk to you on your medical consult. They're going to go over your new patient paperwork and talk to you about some of these different things, and then talk to you about the health benefits, the pros and cons per se of every therapy that they're going over with you. So what up, Dwayne? How you doing, dude? So basically at that point, ECA Stack Plus, it's a capsule, so it's not injectable. So a lot of people like that, especially for weight loss, and that's probably the biggest one that people write in about or call us about is pretty much weight loss. And then from there, depending on their age and everything broken down, when we do break them down, there might be other things that we want to get into, like let's say a blood test. If somebody says, hey, listen, I'm low on energy, I'm not losing the weight like I usually would, and I'm dieting correctly, I'm training correctly, and I would say, hey, listen, why don't you do a blood test to see what's going on? And they're like, I'm fine, I just need a fat burner. And they kind of do the fat burn for a little bit and they plateau. And then it's like, hey, listen, this is kind of, probably another issue going on. And we want to look at these other issues, possibly what's going on there. What up? How you doing, Big Irishman? Much love to you, brother. Sorry, brother. Sorry I got to hop off the live, but definitely no problem. No problem at all. I appreciate you getting back on. So, that's just one thing you guys want to talk about here. So ECA Stack Plus, ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin, B12, and chromium. Great for weight loss, great for focus and energy, and will work great for what you want to do. And it's a capsule form. So if you guys are really looking for a good weight loss therapy from Titan Medical Center, ECA Stack Plus is probably going to be a good one for you. It's not good for people that have cardiovascular issues or have heart problems and stuff like that. You know, we would never prescribe something like that that's going to hurt you. You know, aesthetics and looking great on the outside is one thing, but looking better on the inside is what we're all about, because ultimately that's what it comes down to a certain extent. And if you look good on the inside, you're probably going to look good on the outside too, or you'll be able to get there a lot easier. Victor, what's going on? How you doing? Cadado, what's going on? How you doing? Big Air Tom, what's up, guys? I appreciate all you guys joining me on Titan Talk Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 p.m. for you guys. And we're going to talk about some different topics today. So let's get into the first one. The first one is low sodium. So switching to a reduced low sodium diet may result in a reduced stroke risk. This is huge. And I think this is pretty, it's pretty reasonable to think about, right? When we think about this, you know, and some people love salt. They love the taste of salt. You know, and when you start taking away salt, if you take away salt for so long and then you try to add salt in, or something's really salty, you're really going to taste it and you will not like it. I promise you. Therese was one of these people. When I got with her, you know, I don't put salt on hardly anything. Maybe a pinch on my steaks here or there, but I try to stay away from salt. Now, salt is not the enemy, okay? Because you got to have a balance of sodium and potassium in the body. If not, you're going to set yourself up for bad failure there, okay? And you need these things, but you don't need an abundance of salt. And there were studies done on using reduced sodium, right, or salt. So low sodium type salts and stuff like that. Even low sodium foods. They said that basically if you're increasing your sodium intake, this is going to cause possibly more water retention too as well, which is going to cause high blood pressure. High blood pressure can cause a number of different health issues. This can even be damaging on the kidneys, right? So we want to stay with low sodium, right? And everything you guys are doing out there. It's really, really important to do, because when we don't do this, if we increase blood pressure, this is going to increase stroke, right? So you don't want that to happen at all. And high sodium and low potassium levels in the diet are associated with high blood pressure. So this is an increase in heart disease and premature death. There was randomized tests or studies done on this too as well. So at that point, you know, you guys can look up some of these studies online. Just look up, you know, reduced low sodium salt, right? With high sodium salt with increased stress on the heart and of cardiovascular problems. You guys will see a whole bunch of different studies on this, which is really, really cool. Widespread use of type of salt could be a practical, inexpensive way to improve health of low-income populations. Because, you know, when we start looking at these studies, these disadvantaged populations have higher risk of these problems because of their food intake and what they're intaking. And this is large amounts of sodium or salt. So just be wary of this stuff, guys, because the CDC reported that 47% of adults in the United States, around 116 million people, have high blood pressure, also known as hypertension. So we want to make sure you guys are looking out for these different things. And this is something that's very simple and very easy to do. You can look at what's going on in your food. You can make sure when you go to a restaurant, and I go to restaurants all the time, and I don't know if they hate me and love me, I don't know what it is, but I'm very, very bland and very, very plain. So when I go into a restaurant and ask them for food, whatever it is, let's say I ask them for a chicken breast or a steak. I say, listen, can you make sure the cook doesn't put all the seasoning on there? I'll put the seasoning on myself. You know, if you want to bring some salt to the table, whatever, and I don't do that either. So once they bring me something that's very plain, I eat it. If you need a little flavor, that's okay, I guess, to a certain extent. But you want to make sure that you tell this restaurant, please don't add salt on there, right? And they'll do it. Even people that went to McDonald's before, they would ask the people, please don't put salt on my fries. And they'd be like, all right, well, you got to wait 5 minutes, because at that point, they got to cook fresh fries. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen a McDonald's on the inside, how it works. What happens is they have a protocol or a procedure of what happens when the fries come out. When the fries come out, they dump it into where all the other fries are at in the container there. and they dump a certain amount of salt on there. What happens is they're doing this all day long. So if you ever had McDonald's French fries before, and I have, come on, everybody has, I think, before. I just don't eat them anymore. But you get those real salty ones, like, oh my God, this is, right? And that's because every time they're dumping more and more salt in there, and there's a salt buildup that gets on the other fries. I don't think McDonald's made for it or wanted it to be like that, but that's what happens over a time period when they keep dumping salt over and over again in there, right? It becomes an abundance of salt. So at this point, we want to just make sure, right? Globally, there's over 1.28 billion adults that have hypertension, and 2/3 of these adults live in low and middle income countries. This is really crazy. So low and middle income countries have the worst health there is. And even when we talk about some of our areas in the United States where we're supposed to be this great country, we have these people here, low income areas, and they have horrible food sources, or they're eating horrible food sources because it's easy, it's cheap, whatever it may be as far as the excuse goes. But this is the problem that's going on. All right. Dwayne Day said, Johnny made a product for you. You got to take 2 mL of Hercules potion, an ECA, a Superman, and call it Kryptonite. You'll be good for 5 to 6 hours. Don't get. I'm sure you will be, for sure. That's definitely going to give you. So Hercules potion is going to be great for endurance, the pump, right? So vasodilation, especially blood effect for down low, recovery, liver functions, all these great things, right? So that's one aspect. You're taking 2 shots of that. It's awesome. ECAs are going to give you energy, right? So you're going to be like a rabbit ready to go. And Superman are obviously going to cause more vasodilation down to the extremities, lower extremities like that. So I'm sure you'll be able to go for at least 5 or 6 hours. With that combination, Dwayne, I'd be able to go all night long, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Maybe the next day too. Sharice would kill me if I took that combination. She doesn't even let me take the Supermans. She gets really upset if I do. So many people are scared of salt. So, low sodium is key, but some salt is needed. And that's what I said originally, Christian. So, we don't want to cut this out completely. And like I said, low sodium, right, is not a good thing. High sodium is not a good thing. And low potassium is definitely not a good thing. And high potassium is not a good thing. It's about balance. If you guys hear me say stuff over and over and over, it's about the body being in harmonic balance. This is in hormones. This is in supplementation. This is in essential minerals we're talking about here, or electrolytes too as well. We have to have a balance. There's not one extreme measure we want to take. The body is not made for that, and it wants to adapt to create balance. So if you start introducing some of these different things in abundance, the body is going to try to adapt. It's going to try to get into homeostasis, and it's going to try to get a harmonic balance of the body so everything's working right. Thanks, Big Irishman, my man. I appreciate you, dude. It is what it is. So it's just really crazy how it is. And, if we looked at some of our food sources out there that people are intaking every day, and they're like, oh, I'm eating fast food every day. I mean, cheap food will cost you the most in the long run. That's a great comment there. And it's so, so true. I appreciate you saying that out loud. What up, Amanda? Seen Amanda for a minute over at Olympia. She looks awesome as usual. Very, very cool. Project Graham, thank you. I appreciate you buying a badge. I appreciate all you guys supporting me. That lets Facebook or Instagram know. Which Facebook got it? That lets Instagram know that we're doing good. You guys want to see us, and they'll open the algorithm for me a little bit more. So let's talk about the next topic, right? And this is one that I have talked about on many, many times. What's going on, Polly boy? How you doing? All right, Amanda, how you doing out there? I hope you're having a great day. Dwayne Day said, I had a ball, John. God bless Titan Medical. When I become a millionaire, I'll be able to buy and invest in Titan Medical Center. So that's awesome. I'm waiting for you, Dwayne. You kill it, dude. You kill it. I wanted to say hi, but you were so busy. Man, I'm so sorry. Olympia was crazy. Everybody was pulling me left, right, up, down, left, sideways. I try to say and stop high, especially by people, right? Like I know Amanda. I see Amanda on multiple events, multiple times from Tampa. Those people, I have a lot of interaction with. I obviously want to show them a lot of love. And no matter what I'm doing, right? I'm sorry. It was just crazy. So next time I'll see you. We'll have a conversation. I've got some more leggings for you too as well. Brand new ones just came in, guys. So if your lady's looking for some, if you're looking for some, let me know. All right. Paulie Boy said, "Hey, bro, love what you guys are doing. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me." Yeah, it was definitely crazy at Olympia for sure. Antonio in the house. We got our Air Force commanders up in here. No, I'm just joking. That's my dude, though, man. Antonio is living the life right now. All right, so let's talk about this next one. You know, before, I don't know if you ever talked about it or we talked here previously, you heard about it. It's EDCs. And when it's not Easy Carnival, we're talking about endocrine disrupting chemicals. So endocrine disrupting chemicals, right? And we talk about a number of different places or things that these endocrine disrupting chemicals are in. Endocrine disrupting chemicals are chemicals that get in the body and mess with the endocrine system. This means hormones, okay? This can affect a lot of different hormones in the body. So there's synthetic chemicals in consumer products linked to early deaths that they're having these studies find. There's a whole bunch of different studies on this stuff, guys. And I'm glad this is coming out because, you know, as the consumers, right, we feel that we're protected by so many different government organizations or different groups out there that are looking at all these different products that we put our hands on, that we eat, that we go around. And really, guys, they don't look at too many of these different things. They do to a certain extent, but at that point, there's so much more out there that I don't think they're really looking at. So when we talk about these different synthetic chemicals, you know, BPH is one of them, right? So when we talk about BPA is one of them. And BPA is in a number of different plastics, you know, from drinking glasses to water bottles to a lot of different things out there. And, you know, we're only supposed to have certain percentages of BPA. If you have a baby or you've had a baby and you go get the little baby bottles, they say on them 100% BPA free. And we don't see this on all of our other different things out there, right? And this should cause some suspicion out there. Soul Dad, give me 1 second. I'll answer that for you. Coach Liz Souza, what's going on? I missed you at Olympia. I seen you stop by the booth. I appreciate it. So when we talk about some of these different things, we talk about this one certain chemical that I'm going to mention today, and it's phospholates. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, possibly, but basically these things are in like everything, pretty much from your like food containers. So if you get styrofoam food containers out there, this is in it. So these different chemicals are in so many different things out there that it's crazy, right? And the plastics in the human body bolsters public health and for reducing or eliminating the use of plastics. So this is the different thing out there. We use plastic in a number of different things. And these chemicals can interfere with the body's mechanisms for hormone production, known as the endocrine system, like I talked about. And they're linked with development, reproductive, brain, immune, and other problems. All right, and this is from the Institute of Environmental Health Sciences. Out there, guys, are having these different issues or questionable issues about their sexuality and such. And if we go to test these guys, I guarantee their testosterone levels are going to be low. We know that this generation's testosterone levels naturally are lower than last generation's, and so on and so on. So there's just certain things that I want you guys to look out for. These chemicals have a really bad rap sheet. I want you to start looking at some of these endocrine disrupting chemicals for yourself. And see if you're using them on a daily basis. And this could be anything from hairsprays to lotions to deodorant that you're putting on, and a number of different things out there. But it's really, really crazy that now all these studies are really starting to come out. I think people are becoming more aware. And these everywhere chemicals that are in everything from children's toys, stain-resistant products, medical tubing, garden hoses, these chemicals make plastics flexible and harder to break. So they're doing that for that. Other common exposures come from the use of food packaging, detergents, clothing, furniture, automotive plastics are also in this group. There's so many different things out there that have these endocrine disrupting chemicals, and they can be affecting your daily life. So I know it's crazy. I know it's hard to get away from a lot of these different things. I say it every day, like all around us, we're surrounded by the enemy. But it's better to be aware of what's going on than not be aware, right? And playing, just dumb. I don't know if this is going to hurt me or not. I'll just be around it. I don't care. Listen, if you guys know, you guys have the education behind you, you guys can make educated decisions about what you guys want to do. So it is what it is, guys. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Olympia, like I said, was out of this world. So I appreciate everybody that did stop by and show love or even commented. If you guys did miss Olympia, don't worry. I've got some videos that are getting produced for us right now by the great editing team at Titan Medical Center. Big shout out to Andreas, Art, and everybody else that's behind it. And at that point, you guys are going to get to see what went on there for sure. Is there a counter for that? Is there a counter for the endocrine disrupting chemicals out there? I think that's the question. I don't know about a counter yet, right? The biggest counter to these different things, or these chemicals, is to stay away from them. Is it going to be hard to do? Yes, it is. I've looked at the list. I keep looking at the list because the list keeps growing. Even carcinogenics, that are in suntan lotion and big brands of suntan lotion, are causing cancer and stuff like that. So it's really crazy. The things that we think that we're protected from could be doing the damage to us. So just be educated about these different things out there. How do I get some cool merch from you, Big Titan? Gotcha, man. Just text the line, 727-389-3220. If you're a current patient, I got you for free, dude. I'll send you out a free Titan shirt, bag, pen, so you have some Titan swag, all right? If you want to buy some of the other stuff, you're more than welcome. But I'm going to hook you up with a free Titan shirt. I want you to just text the main line, give them your shirt size, said, John said you send me out a free shirt and bag. I'll make sure it happens, okay? I'll prove it. Make sure we get it out there. Yeah, it is hard. It's definitely hard out there, guys, especially when you start looking at the list. You become kind of overwhelmed by the list. You're like, oh, my God, I didn't know this. I don't want you guys getting freaked out, but it's just something that you need to know, right? Even like when you do like a CT scan, right? When we talk about radiation here. When we talk about radiation, every time you do an X-ray, you're getting radiation. You live in your house, you're getting some sort of radiation, possibly. You do, CT scans, you're getting radiation. Now, it's the level of radiation that you're getting that should kind of make you a little scared, right? So we talk about radiation. We talk about X-ray radiation. That's fine. The older that we get, we can take a little bit more radiation. Now, rayon, which produces this, is all around your house, possibly. So that's something you got to watch out for. When we talk about CT scans, it's like 2.5 years of background radiation. Background radiation is stuff that you go around without even knowing, right? It's not going to kill you. It's not going to mutate you, but you are taking in it. So you can look at some of the different background radiation things as well, and educate yourselves. That's what I'm here for, guys. I want to know, or I want to help share with you guys so you guys know some of these different things so you guys can look forward in your everyday life, right? You also get a little bit of radiation at the airport when you go through those scanners. Yeah, no, this is true. This is very, very true. A lot of these different things have little amounts of radiation. But when you do CT, have years of background radiation. And I didn't know that until a doctor told me, really. I didn't look into that. I thought CT scan was kind of like an X-ray to a certain extent, maybe a little bit more radiation, but there's a lot more, right? And this is something you got to worry about, especially with kids. So my son's 12, he needs a CT scan. Doctor's like, do you want to do it? Do you not want to do it? Because, radiation buildup, what happens is it causes a higher risk of cancer in your future. So, you want to try to stay away from that as much as possible too as well. But it is what it is. So I appreciate all you guys tuning in. Titan Talk Tuesday. cut a little short here. Usually I go an hour. We did about 43 minutes today. I appreciate all you guys. I'm going to get back to some more work that I'm doing. So hopefully build up Titan even stronger and better than what it is. So I'm going to get back to that. But I appreciate all you guys. Listen, me and Drew will be on Titan Lifestyle this Friday at 2 p.m. Got the Titan Lounge almost done. I got to order some more equipment and get a little bit more piece of furniture. I think we're going to be good there. So I'm going to show you guys that as well. A ton of events coming up. You know, the next one, I believe, is going to be October 23rd. That's Tim Gardner's Hurricane Pro. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be here in Pinellas in the area. So I can't wait. It's going to be a great, great show. I got to see Tim over the weekend at Olympia. He put together the expo, the floor plan, everything like that. He did an amazing job. A lot of love for Titan Medical Center out there. It was really, really cool to see. Justin Caviar, if you guys haven't checked out a podcast, this podcast is really, really good. My man, 100 grand. I appreciate it. October 31st is Festival of Speed. That's going to be back in Orlando. So I can't wait for that. Halloween. Yeah, what a day, right? Hopefully, maybe we'll be dressed up for that. I don't know. We're going to be dressed up like Titans for sure. Yes. So Justin Caviar, listen, check out the lounge's floor if you walk past there. Just got done this weekend. Got done awesome epoxy work. Looks like marble flooring on the ground. I was really, really impressed. And I haven't even got to see it in person yet. It's also got some blue in there too, as well as black and white. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. So after that, guys, I know we've got November. Yep, we've got Atlantic Coast. So Atlantic Coast, if you guys didn't know about this, this is actually going to be a 2-day event. And I don't even think Art knows about this yet because it was just announced today. So it's the 19th and 20th of November. It's going to be down in Fort Lauderdale in that area. So it just got bumped up to a bigger show. Tim told me today, and I know he released it online. He added Pro Bikini in there and a couple other things. So he decided, you know what? We're going to take it from 1 day to 2 days. So that changes up our schedule just a little bit. We got to get that thing all ready to go. But it's going to be a great event. Right before Thanksgiving, everybody goes to that show. Afterwards, they can pig out and have a great Thanksgiving feast. I know we've got Carson Couture after that, too, as well. December 4th is going to be an amazing event. 007 theme. That's what I'm talking about. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. It's going to be excellent. Donna Crowley, big shout out to her. That's for Autism Speaks. So it is a charity event. It's going to help those people that are dealing with autism out there, and hopefully, give them some sort of relief in some way, shape, or form from the benefit of those proceeds. After that, guys, I don't know what else we got. Pretty much it. Yep, December 4th. That's it for right now. We might add another one on here. We'll see. But end of the year is coming fast, guys. Coming real quick. So I love you guys. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. Thank you guys for tuning in. Titan Talk Tuesday. When am I coming to New York? So I'm looking at some different things in New York. I got to make sure everything calms down because I don't have my vaccine passport and I can't get into some of those places. So I got to see what's going on. Now, we can service New York. So if you need Titan Medical Center as far as therapies and all that, please give us a shout. Call or text 727-389-3220, and we'd be happy to help you out in New York or anywhere in the United States, except for Ohio and Idaho. All right, guys, I appreciate it. I'm John from Titan. It's been a great Titan Talk Tuesday. Thank you guys for all tuning in. Thank you. Seriously, I love all you guys' support. You guys have bought those badges out there. I'm going to hook you guys up in the next round. So tune in next Tuesday, and I'm going to have some cool giveaways. Brand new bags that nobody's ever seen. Different hats, different things. I'm going to give you guys the chance to win it, to pick what you want, and I'll get it out to you guys. So I'm John from Titan. I'll see you guys next Tuesday, 6 p.m. I love you guys, and thank you guys for a great Titan Talk Tuesday. Nashville, we can hook you up to as well, all right? I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Later, guys.